Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Johnson's buddy, a true and welcome to Satisfactory. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one for a while, because Satisfactory is, as far as I can see, basically Factorio, but in 3D. But the thing about 3D is adding that extra dimension on makes it ludicrously more complicated, because now, yes, all sorts of things can go above and below, and okay, it's gonna be a nightmare. But, there is one saving grace here, and that is, this game, much like Factorio, has a whole bunch of conveyor belts in it, and when you think about it, conveyor belts are basically just one-way systems, so I'm pretty much already an expert at this. Okay, so, welcome to wherever the hell we are right now, and as you may have guessed from the giant terrifying moth monster, yeah, this isn't Earth, so we're on an alien planet, and also, I'm a robot. So, fortunately, don't need to be worrying too much about, say, eating or drinking. Hello there, you look terrifying, but I think you're actually pretty on the friendly side. Instead, yeah, our job as a robot is to, like, build stuff. Unfortunately, I know precisely what we're supposed to be building. And that, if you wouldn't mind getting out of the way, you big blobby thing, is a space elevator. But tragically, I don't actually have the resources for that. Real oversight, they sent me to this planet without the resources. So we might need to do a little bit of, you know, mining and whatnot before we're able to build one of those. So yeah, we need to find ourselves some resources, and in particular, I need to use my lovely little boopy machine. Now, my boopy machine, it goes boop and tells me when there's, like, you know, nearby things that are important. So, on this occasion, I've told it to, you know, let me know if there's any good sources of iron ore nearby. We're going to be needing plenty of iron ore, so starting close by to some iron ore, probably not a bad idea. By the way, I've played the tutorial of this, and nothing else. So basically I'm woefully underprepared and I apologise for everything in advance. Okay, I think I found a site I'm pretty happy with here, which is, yeah, we got ourselves some good iron ore right over here. There's some sandstone right over there, and copper is, I think something about like 200 meters in that direction or something. Yeah, 200 meters over in that direction. Okay, this is a good spot. Let's just very quickly get the nice stuff off the surface here with a little bit of lovely chiseling. There you flipping go, spec flippin-tacular. And you as well, if you'd be so kind. So, right smack dab between the two, let's get ourselves down a base. Get to have myself a base if flipping immediately. What I could do, of course, is like go over here and say, well, okay, I've got some iron ore, so I'll just do some lovely chipping. That's just flipping spectacular. Good, now I've got plenty of iron ore. Now I'll go over to my base, and now I can just, like, you know, convert it into iron ingots, which is spectacular. I can just do that right now. Just need to get on with that, just hold down that button. Once that's done, well, I can convert all of those iron ingots into iron plate. Might take me a few hours, but that's fine. But no, that's boring. We're Factorioing this nonsense, so we're supposed to be automating it. So yeah, conveyor belt, automatic miners, automatic smelting, all the flippin' rest of it. So here we go. How about one? Yes, one basic mining machine. That's all flippin' spectacular. Yeah, they have to go, like, right in the middle of, like, a resource node. So I've got two resource nodes here. May as well have, like, you know, this one over here just set up like that. Spec flipping tacular. Thank you very, very much indeed. So that just sort of, builds itself. Absolutely flipping lovely. So all we need to do is configure that, but needs itself some power. That's fine. We've got ourselves some reactors on the back of this old girl. Some lovely basic bioreactors. So all we're going to do is shove in some, you know, biomass. Been collecting that as I've been going around. So how about you have yourself a giant pile of leaves? But to be honest, yeah, the better thing seems to be wood. You should have yourself some wood. Can you have all the wood? And no, I think you're actually stuck at a stack of 100. This is why I like this spot, by the way, because wooden plants just seem to sort of grow back automatically. So next to this cliff, I've got loads of wood I can just pull off this cliff, and wood is so much more efficient than just like burning leaves. But this seems to be a pretty good spot, because now there's plenty of renewable wood right next to my biogenerator. Though it's not on right now, because do I actually need to turn it on, or do I need to... Yes, I could... No, that's now on. Okay, it was already on. That's fine. It just doesn't actually need to be doing anything right now, which is fine. That's all absolutely a-okay. So we're going to be needing ourselves, yeah, the ability to hook up this to this. So, slap up a quick old power pole. Then we just need to connect you to you. That's spectacular. Do we need to connect you to you, by the way? I don't think so. I think this is... I think that's fine. Also, are you actually burning power right now? If so, why are you burning power immediately? No, you're ready to start burning, but until there's demand, you're not going to do a thing. So, got ourselves a lovely, lovely power thing right over here. Spectacular. And that's got itself, yeah, I think that's got like 4 slots on it. So, you can't just keep plugging things into that forever. That's not how that goes. But anyway, connect you to you, and now we've got ourselves some lovely, lovely power. Everything is spectacular. So that machine's now going to start doing some automated mining. As far as I'm aware, resources appear to be infinite. They never seem to actually run dry or anything. But the resources have got nowhere to go. It's collecting some resources, but eventually it'll just say, well, I'm full up, probably to 100 or something, and then it'll just stop, because it's got nothing else to do. So as a result of that, yeah, we're going to need to be, you know, providing somewhere for this to go. Because right now it's producing, yeah, basic iron ore. Now, iron ore is not very useful. And we know for a fact from going over to a little table over here, iron ore needs to become iron ingots. And then iron ingots need to become either iron plates or iron rods. They can become either. And then screws are also there from iron rods. Reinforced iron plates is... Okay, that's screws and iron plates. Okay, basically, let's just start some basic stuff going on here. We need to start, you know, having a bit of an old production line. So, priority number 1 feels like smelting to me. Smelting feels like a good idea. So, naturally, everything's got, you know, a bit of an in and an out. So, you can see there the game's clearly indicating how these things are supposed to, how they're supposed to fit together. So, we're also going to be needing, oh yeah, here we go, a one-way system. So you plug in to you, and then life is good. So now we have got ourselves iron ore being fed into smelter. Smelter needs to be configured to produce iron ingots, and it's also going to be needing some power, otherwise it can't do a thing. So fair enough, we've got ourselves some spare lovely capacity. There's... Okay, what the heck's that over there? Okay, there's something up over there we might go and investigate at some point. No bloody clue. But for the time being... Yes, we're going to be needing to hook up you to you, though, yeah, try to never actually use up the 4th and final slot, because if you do, then that's going to cause problems. You need to use the 4th slot to connect, you know, a new power pylon. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. Otherwise, I'm 100% going to forget about that going forward. So, how about we just put you, like, here-ish? That should be fine. There we go. So now that power pole is filled up. Just turn on the lights here as there's a day-night cycle. But yeah, now I've got myself a new power pole over here. So now I have got myself a beautiful, beautiful thingy that's now going to be producing huge amounts of iron ingots I can just, like, grab any time I want to. But yeah, perfect world, they probably ought to be going somewhere too. So, like, you know, being converted into iron plates. So, okay. Okay. How about one... Hang on, where's the thing I'm looking for? Constructor, that's the one. Once again, nice in and out. Just slap you down. Go for conveyor belt, etc. So far, I don't actually have, like, any form of anything that would let me, you know, start doing splitting or joining or anything. Because, yes, that'd certainly be useful. Because you may well notice that, yeah, if we just kind of set this up right now, yeah... If I want to take those iron ingots and do something useful with them, well, I could make iron plates, or I could make iron rods. In a perfect world, I'd take the ingots, I'd split them in 2, so I can actually have, you know, one line doing that, one line doing the other. That would be efficient, but unfortunately, that's not going to fly. How about just iron plates for now? That's all absolutely a-okay. You're going to be needing some power too. That's absolutely fine. We're just going to hack you up to you, and that should be, hopefully, enough power too. Yep, that's enough power to do its job. So now we've got ourselves iron plates coming in. The priority really is this terminal over here, my hub terminal, because I need to unlock more stuff. For example, like say, yes, conveyor belt splitter, conveyor belt merger. Now that's gonna be the thing right flipping there. Because I could, in theory, just put down, you know, a new miner right over here. That leads into a new smelter. And that smelter leads into a second machine right here. And then we've got, yeah, one bit of iron producing nothing but rods and one producing nothing but plates. But that strikes me as very inefficient. Not least as, yes, we've got all sorts of production problems here. So, the iron ingot, that can produce 30 per minute. This, however, that's producing 60 a minute. So, really, we need 2 smelters per, you know, iron miner. That's gonna be a thing. Otherwise, we've just got a bit of a production problem here. Everything's horribly, horribly inefficient. That meanwhile is 20 parts per minute. That's slower, but not too much slower. It's fine for now. Yeah, the big thing we're going to be needing is, we're going to be needing the splitter. So yes, this is how you unlock new components. You go over here, you figure out what you want to unlock, and then you feed in a certain amount of resources, depending on, you know, whatever it is you want to be producing. And yeah, the splitters strike me as a very good idea. So I'm going to select that milestone, and now the game's going to start flagging that for me, and I need to feed a huge pile of metal plates and metal rods, and also copper wire. So, okay, my basic starting lineup here, that'll probably do the job just fine for metal plates. I'm gathering metal plates nice and fast. In fact, I've got enough metal plates already, so I can just go and plug them in immediately. Now, hang on, don't do that, John. Horrendously inefficient. So, what we're going to do instead is we're going to change over to iron rods. Please start producing iron rods at this point. So now, it's making iron rods. Absolutely flippin' spectacular. That's also going to take 15 parts per minute. Okay, so that's actually even slightly slower, but I think it's producing them at a faster rate, because it's like a certain number of rods per iron ingot. So I can just say, you know what? Here you go. That's number 1 right there. Probably shouldn't have done that, to be honest. I might have actually, like, needed them for something going. Never mind, because we also need to get copper sorted out. So, yeah, we're going to be needing to feed a little bit of copper into the business. Now, I could, in theory, run some power all the way to... don't know what that is, by the way. It looks a little bit on the dangerous side. Where was the copper? There was some good copper close by. Listen for the ping. Okay, it was over there. It was in that direction. That's all absolutely spectacular. So there was some good copper, about 150 odd meters in this direction. Okay, we should be able to see it from here. That'll be it. I think that's a little bit of copper right there. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so in theory, I might want to start running that copper in this direction, because, oh, this is... okay. There's not exactly, like, an easy way to get down to that copper. Right, okay, slight elevation issues here. I mean, that's really not too far when you think about it. I could just run some power line. Yeah, you know what, I'm just going to run a power line down over there. That should be a-okay. Ah, slight problem, though. Lack of fuel. And yes, that actually confirms these two things are not actually... oh. These two things aren't actually connected together. So if these two things aren't connected together, then they should be. So one can take the slack for the... okay, so I've already completely messed up my power thing, because I ideally want both of these generators to be part of the, you know, same grid. But that thing can only connect to one thing. So, okay, this is fine. We're just going to very temporarily take down that power line. Okay, then we're going to build a new power line that's going to be right here, and we're going to connect that to... can that feed up to there? That can feed up to there. Okay, then you connect to this. Alright, cool. Then you're going to connect to this. So now all of the generators are hooked into one network, and then you are going to go over in this sort of a direction as far as you're allowed to go. Basically, as far as I can stretch a single power line, flipping spectacular, which I'm assuming at some point the game's going to say, like, no, you can't do that, you mad bastard, but... okay, apparently you can run a power line a really long way. I flipping approve. That's great. So, yeah, we need to actually have another power line right over here. So that's now going to start running down in this direction towards... I really hope the copper was in this direction. Like, I vaguely remember it being in this direction. So, live in flipping hope. Yeah, now that there, that looks like some copper to me. So we're just going to run that over to here. Spectacular. Now we've got ourselves power going in this direction. Because, yeah, we're going to be needing copper. And perfect world, I wouldn't mind the copper being, you know, broadly in the right place to actually, you know, be delivered back up to my base. So, okay. Just give that a bit of a crackle. Right, that's going to be some good copper ore to kick us off. That's all fine. But this is obviously going to be needing, you know, its own flipping, ooh. Okay, you're fine. You're not a problem. We established you're friendly. As are you, but please stay away from my copper. This is mine now. So, yeah, we're going to run a copper line broadly back towards the base. So the three basic materials I'm dealing with right now, copper and iron and sandstone, and it becomes concrete. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, they can all be in the same place. Do I need myself one smelter? Can I afford a smelter? I can afford a smelter. Life is flipping good. We may as well start smelting this right away. This is only, yeah, a single little thing. It's not a double thing, which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do, eh? Then we just want to conveyor you into you, which is beautiful. Then we just need to power you into you, and now we have got ourselves a huge amount of copper bits and pieces. Though, don't forget, I do actually need to, you know, tell it what to do. If I don't tell it what to do, it's not going to do anything. So, that's now going to produce copper ingots, and it's going to keep producing them until it reaches a stack of, like, 100. No power. Okay, possibly I didn't put enough power into the things. So I'm just going to basically run around and grab huge amounts of leaves and whatnot and head back up to the original base up top, and then we'll grab some wood and everything will be a-okay. I will say, one thing I do find a bit odd about this game, and let's be clear, I love this game. I turned it on for 5 minutes when I was just testing how well it ran and whatever, and then I played for like 2 hours without really meaning to. It's one of those games. But I do find it odd that, like, you know, power automation is a really difficult thing to do. Like, say, in Factorio, it's like the first thing that pops up. Like, you know, about 5 minutes in, you'll be finding some water, laying out the steam engine, diddly-diddly-dee. You've got automated power, just feed it some water, through a pipe, feed it some coal. Coal's going to be one of the first things you're mining. But here, yeah, you've got to manually feed power in for flipping ages. Like, coal generation is quite a bit down the old tech tree. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on? We've got ourselves a pull lever to reset fuse. Okay, so basically, yeah, the network went over capacity because with a single thing, they just couldn't do it. So, okay, now with that in play, we've got you, and we've got you, and then pull lever to reset fuse. Okay, basically, I've already gone massively over capacity. That's fine. That just means we're going to be needing more generators, I think. Okay, it turns out we had plenty of power. I just needed to hold the lever rather than tap it. I thought when it said pull the lever, it just meant, like, tap it. But no, I needed to... Okay, well now we've got some spare power in the system. That's absolutely fine, okay? I just slightly tapped instead of holding, which is a-okay. So now we are back operational, and that means we should be producing a big old pile of these things sooner rather than later. And honestly, I can just supplement that a little bit myself too. No reason not to speed this up a little bit here, because I can just make my own iron rods. It is... very slow, but you know what? Technically, it's actually much faster than the machine can do it, actually. So, may as well just sort of do that one. So, get that. Shove that in there. Now, I just need myself 300 wires. So, standard recipe, just ingot into wire. Gotcha. Okay, I don't want to be having to, you know, walk everywhere just to get myself some various copper bits and pieces. So, I'd say it's time to start doing a bit of a longer conveyor belt. I am going to ship the actual copper all the way back over there, so I don't need to run all the way around to get to it. And also there's a weird thing here. Okay, don't go and play with the weird thing yet. You're probably not prepared for whatever the weird thing is. So, yeah, we've now got ourselves so much copper that, yeah, the smelter's no longer doing anything. Alright, so. Let's see how long a single conveyor belt is allowed to be. Also, the game's very generous with clipping, which is nice. So, how long before the game says no? No, that's too long, and the answer seems to be about here, give or take. Okay, conveyor belt is too long, and the incline's too steep. Alright, we might be able to do something about that, potentially. So we're just going to build that up too. So now we've got huge amounts of copper going in this direction. So we've got elevation as needs to be handled. But I do also have myself a conveyor pole. Okay. No idea precisely how this works, but if I just were to build myself a conveyor pole, like, somewhere in the range of here... Let's see if we can make this all fit together, or if the elevation's just going to get a bit on the excessive side. Okay, well that seems to be working so far. Would you like to get up to there, by the way? And is that allowed, or Flora's? I think I might be able to... Oh, hang on. Was that acceptable? Yes, that was acceptable. Okay, so the copper is now going to make its way up there automatically. Spectacular. No need for me to walk down over here. So now I've got all three basic resources on the same grassy plain. Lovely. And, oh, there she comes. Oh, it's really lovely. I love a good automation game. They're beautiful. So, yes. And don't worry, it doesn't, like, fall off the edge and create a big pile. It just sort of very politely stops here, which is really, really nice of it. Okay, running a little bit low on the old resources, but that's fine, because while I've been doing all of this, I've just been producing more. So the machine over here should already have... yeah, there we go. There's another 84 for me. Absolutely spectacular. So, yeah, basically, my plan now is, I don't know whether I really, need copper for anything in this form. Like, right now, all I need is wire. So, let's not worry about anything else for now. Let's just actually make ourselves a good, lovely, solid production line. So, get you moving over to here. Then we'll just put you into there. Then we'll just say you are going to be producing wire. Then we'll just find a power thing that's got plenty of spare things on it, as you do. We'll slap that over there. And congratulations, I'm now producing wire. Like, so flipping much wire. Then again, this is taking a while. Sometimes, yeah, though I'm actually making stuff over here, I might be better off just sort of helping out. Because you can produce your own stuff nice and fast too. So here's copper wire. Just hold down the button and here we go. I've actually got myself, yeah, I can definitely make wire for myself faster than the game can make it. And I've got myself a giant pile of copper ingots from earlier, so I kind of may as well, really. I like how the panel gets progressively hotter, just to sort of indicate, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing this. This is a bad idea. Please stop doing this. You're supposed to be automating. Please automate. Stop it. Stop it. I'm really hot and uncomfortable right now. Right, there's 250 odd. Now we'll just go and grab whatever that's been making at the same time. So the time it took me to make, like, over 100, yeah, you've only made, like, 32. But that should be fine, so I think I already shoved a handful in there. So with that, we're going to get ourselves our first hub terminal upgrade. I didn't bother shoving any in already. Okay, that's fine. Just going to make 13 more. It's cooled down now, so it's not going to be a problem. So there we go. That's what we need. Get over here. Shove that in there. And, okay, there's a button now. I'm going to push the button.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation.
I don't know why I just launched part of my base into space, but it did. I mean, is it coming back? Is it going to come back with new parts? Is it delivering the ability to make... I mean, if it's coming back, it's not coming back in a hurry. Okay, so... Oh, hang on. It says in the top right, pod will return in 3 minutes. Not 100% sure why it went away, but okay, it just sort of... It went away for some reason. I'm going to need some more of that, by the way. Okay, so now we can flipping split some business. And I know precisely where my first splitter needs to be. Yeah, we've got ourselves too much iron ore to not enough iron... Wait, iron ore to iron... Yes, too much iron ore to not enough iron ingot. Sorry, sometimes I'm not good at mining terminology. Oh, the pod's back, by the way. Don't really know why it went away, but it's back now anyway. Okay, optimization number 1. We have now got ourselves with the new splitter, yeah, one iron mine that's being split onto 2 tracks. So rather than 60 a minute, each track represents 30 a minute, meaning 30 a minute coming in, 30 a minute going out. Flipping spectacular. So we'll just be grabbing a whole bunch of that. Absolutely lovely. So, okay. That means now each one's producing 30 a minute. So if I were to merge those tracks, that would be 60 a minute again. Which I probably ought to... Me and you friends. Okay, he doesn't seem to be eating me. That's probably fine. So yeah, if I merge them, that's back up to 60 a minute. Oh my goodness, it's a lizard doggo. Yes, I'm going to pet it and... Okay, it seems a bit scared of me. Okay, fair enough. Like, maybe we'll make friends with the lizard doggo later. So okay, now we've got ourselves 60 iron ingots coming in on a regular basis. Lovely. Iron plates can produce 20 parts per minute. Meanwhile, hang on, iron rods are 15 parts per minute. So, logically, we could be running, yeah, 3 of these constructors off my double smelter, roughly. So, unified track now gets put into new splitter, and splitter divides out the iron ingots into 3. So yeah, we now got tons of iron ingots coming in to a single line, very briefly along here, then divided out into 3 over here. Gonna be needing a load more power for this nonsense, by the way. Because yeah, when you need 1 line for an in and 1 line for an out, that only leaves 2 additionals for anything. Now, admittedly, I am massively increasing the power strain. I believe the power has already completely collapsed over there. But that's fine. That's all absolutely fine. This is good. This is useful stuff, damn it. And I see exactly what we need to do here. So screws need iron rods. So one of these is going to be producing iron plates. Alright, the next one over here, that's going to be producing your basic rods over there. And this one over here is also going to produce some lovely iron rods. But these iron rods on the end over here, no. They are going to be immediately put into something else to form screws. But hang on. Hang on. Iron rods is going to be 15 a minute. How fast are screws created? 40 parts per minute. Okay, so in theory, we could have... yeah, 2 different screw... Okay, hang on. No, I see precisely how this is going to work. Okay, I was about to create an intricate system of splitting into merging here, so I could build a theoretical conveyor belt, linking, yeah, half of the actual bits and pieces coming out of here to over here. So yeah, this would have just been producing rods, unless I was to say, I don't know... break down this conveyor to activate this conveyor to merge into here to double the rate of screw production, but hang on here. Because actually that's producing 4 screws. So, yeah, 1 rod is 4 screws, so it's only 40 parts per minute because there's 4 of them. So, logically, that means actually each individual screw is only 10 parts per minute, so you don't need... Okay, so we've got to the bit where my brain's collapsed. I'm just going to demolish this and everything's going to be fine, probably. Also, apparently you need reinforced iron plates in order to build a constructor, which I'm guessing I just started with because I've been tossing these things down left, right and centre. Okay, so my new highly efficient production line should be producing off, yeah, 1 iron mine, 2 smelters, they get merged, then broken out into an iron plate... then iron rod into screw, triple production line. Now the problem is, yes, more machines means more power. So, okay, just need to go on a little bit of a foresting trip to, you know, grab myself leaves, branches, petals, anything I can burn. Okay, about 1,000 leaves and 100 sticks later, we should now have a functional thing for now. So, okay, here we go. Here we flip and go. The problem might be, yes, there might be a bit of a chunk right here where I don't know whether enough iron things can actually get through this one line I've created where they're joined together before they break apart. And also, hang on, why are you not doing anything right now? You're supposed to be... Oh, you're supposed to be... Sorry. You need to be iron rods because iron rods are needed before screws. So now you're producing the iron rods. Sorry, I kind of got a bit ahead of myself there. You're producing the iron rods right over there, which is great. And you're producing the metal plates. Boom! Now we're flipping getting somewhere. Spectacular. Okay, so. Because I don't want to have to go around, you know, doing all that nonsense with collecting leaves, we need to sort something out. What we need to sort out, however, is Tier 3. Tier 3 is when you get some power automation. The problem is, yeah, unfortunately that's not going to fly. At least for the moment, because I need to complete phase 1 of the space elevator. So okay, that space elevator, apparently building it like now wasn't such a stupid thing after all. And all we need for that is 10 million bits of wire, for the most part, together with, concrete. Okay, so we're going to need to set up the sand infrastructure. So, you guys should be getting on well with all of this. Yeah, you know what, we're just producing wire over here. That's not a problem, but we need concrete. For that, we need sand, convert sand into concrete, nothing too complicated. Okay, fortunately, sand and concrete's the easiest thing in the world. Literally just take sand that's being produced at 60 a minute and shove it into a constructor. Though that is even more power draw. Unfortunately, yes, concrete is slow to produce. So as a result of that, yeah, that's going to be tricky. Ideally, you'd want like 4 of these bastards, but 2 will have to do. The power draw would be ridiculous otherwise. Yep, we're still within power capacity as long as all 3 generators are active, but the problem is that's going to run dry in the not too distant future. This is why we need, yes, a proper long-term solution to this nonsense. Oh, but the production line's just starting to work here. Just picked up like 348 screws, which is enough for me to actually get field research done. Flipping immediately. Launch the thing that we're launching for reasons. I'll see you in like, 3 minutes or something.
The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: the object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
Okay, so I've got myself a MAM, and also I completely failed to at any point create a... hang on. That was something I just forgot to make. Equipment workshop. Probably ought to have, built this a while ago too. I'll just slap it down here next to the MAM and that'll be fine. Here we go. Object scanner. Literally just unlocked this. This is bloody perfect timing. So I need, screws got that. Reinforced plates got that. Need myself a handful of beacons. Okay, I think I can literally just do that right now. Nope, need a little bit more in the way of thread or wire or whatever. That's fine. Got that coming in already. We are flipping golden. And with that, got myself one object scanner, whatever that does precisely. Okay, so, as for my MAM machine, it seems to want petals. I've got petals. Would you like to have petals? Okay, so, yes, please get on with, researching petals. How do we... wait, what does this machine do precisely? Yes, there we go. So, 3 seconds, analysis complete. Good. Okay, so it's anything I've got on me. And because I've analysed that, I could create a colour gun or something beyond a colour gun. Okay, don't want to do that just now, but it's still nice, okay? So we're going to be, we need to actually, gather things and feed them into it. So anything I've come across, I can start, scanning and whatnot. Do I actually have an alien carapace? Yes, I've got one of them on me. I killed some stuff recently. Great. So now I've got myself the ability to learn about biomass. Structural analysis. No idea. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We can unlock some stuff. We don't need that just yet. For the time being, I'm just going to enjoy conveyor belts and also try and build this bloody thing that I need to build. My space elevator. So I can finally automate power. That's all I want out of life. I just want to automate some power. Okay. So the biggest draws are going to be 500 concrete and 1,500 of the metal wire. How are you guys, getting on with all the rest of it? Are you guys, done? Is that why you're... yes, you're completely done. Okay, you're full up. I should have actually put stuff on the end of you. But on the plus side, this is looking, well, relatively good anyway. I'm a little bit concerned that I can't actually get enough stuff on my person to, build the elevator. Because I'll need to, clear up my inventory. Okay, I've got a storage box in my hub. Welcome back, by the way. You came back for some reason. Okay, we must be moving in the right direction here. How's the concrete going? Okay, concrete, that's a stack of 100 too. This is all absolutely fine. One of those terrifying creatures Please don't pass overhead. I don't like you. Also, I will say I do use a dual control system for this game, which I'm probably not supposed to. But, yeah, when you're running around having to gather a huge number of resources, I find doing that with a keyboard and mouse a little bit on the uncomfortable side. So I have a controller here. Whenever I'm just kind of running around grabbing, you know, plant matter to shove in my generator, I always just go over to that. So I do 90% of this with a keyboard and mouse, then just go over to controller for the running around grabbing all of the plant matter things. I think it's a lot more comfortable. Also, optimization I totally missed. I could have done some time ago. Yeah. Converting leaves into biomass is definitely going to be much more efficient than raw biological matter, and it's super fast to convert. So, okay, that one's on me. Should have done that one a long time ago. You just get in there, please. Oh, yeah. Now that's got a lot more time to it. Good. Good, good, good. That biomass, much better than raw leaves. That's going to make things a lot easier. Okay, so I've doubled the amount of wire production over here, though admittedly it seems to be very slow. 30 parts per minute. Ah, hang on, 30 parts per minute because of 30 parts per minute because that's already times 2. Okay, so I could double the wire production, but I don't really want to be having all of that extra stuff. All right, we're making some good progress towards wire. That's the big one. We need like 1,500, but to be honest, I'm already making good progress in that direction. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to make some of my own, just help, you know, speed things up a little bit. Other than that, things looking pretty good. Yeah, the wire's almost there. The concrete must be almost there by this point. In fact, you know what? Check the concrete production. We might have what we need already, and okay, we're lacking in, yes, we've got problems with inventory right now. Having enough stuff on me to build the elevator is going to be a problem. So let's just start dumping some of this stuff. There we go. Concrete is now accounted for. Boom. Go over here. You, my friend, seem to have stopped. So I'm guessing, yep, you're full up. So that's all absolutely fine. Should really build some more storage things, but what can you do, eh? You by any chance actually full up on these things? Yeah, you know what? I'll be taking some of that too, because I don't actually need screws to build the space elevator. It's held together by, you know, like wishes and positive thoughts. Okay, concrete, check. Metal, check. Pipes, check. Just need more flipping wire. Alright, well that is doable. Right there, it is coming in nice and fast. Okay, so my production line is probably not 100% efficient, but it's not doing a terrible job, to be perfectly honest. It's doing an okay-ish job. So we're just going to be grabbing a whole bunch of this just to, you know, make sure we can produce our own. I've actually got myself, yeah, I've got loads on my person. Okay. Just keep on keeping on. We're almost ready to get the space. I almost said pyramid. Wait, did I say pyramid? It's an elevator. Those are two distinct different things. Oh, here we go. The last bit I'm going to do myself. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's everything we need to build the space not pyramid. I don't want to build it, by the way, because it's going to be it's going to be in the way, to be honest, like wherever it is. We probably shouldn't build like the space pyramid, not pyramid, like on a slope. That's probably a bad idea, but like that sort of works in its own way. Okay, you know what, we should definitely build it on like a flat thing. I don't know whether this is like important, whether I want to have access to it. You know what, I'll build it down over by the copper bit, because that's nice and flat, but I'm not using it for anything. And thus the space not pyramid was constructed. Ka-flipping boom. And we constructed it using like magic, I guess. I just sort of like literally flung resources at it and it became a space elevator. Now, admittedly, I've heard the term space elevator before in sci-fi. Not 100% sure what one actually, like, you know, is or does, but like it's very big and impressive, and ooh, it appears to be okay. Well, it appears to be an elevator that goes into space. Not sure what I was expecting, to be honest, but okay. Configure the space elevator. So project assembly platform, and that will unlock something, load, seal, send, smart plating. Okay, I don't know what smart plating is right now. Let's just leave that be. The important thing is, I built a space elevator, alright? My corporate overlords, and possibly, like, literally owners, because I'm a robot, remember, did say, hey, build a space elevator, you can unlock the next set of techs. And I'm gonna be honest, I was just keeping my eyes on the prize here. I have no idea what the space elevator does, alright? I just do whatever gets me the tech levels. Complete space elevator phase 1. Hang the flip on. Okay, I need to figure out what smart plating is, because until I've actually loaded 50 smart platings into the space elevator, I'm not getting automated power. So, yeah, they really make you wait a long time for automated power. I'm still manually loading biomass into my bloody generators. Okay, logically, what I'm going to need to do is assemble that, because, aha, smart plating. Okay, logically therefore, part assembly. That's what we're going to be needing. So, need a giant pile of screws, together with cabling, together with rods and plates and whatnot. Okay, nothing too dramatic here. In fact, I've got like 10 bajillion screws right now. I'm pretty sure I was storing... Yeah, I've got loads of screws. So screws, that's not going to be a problem. So, okay. Part assembly, select that milestone. Shove in some flipping screws. That's great. Shove in some of this stuff too. You need 300 plates, do you? You can have all of that, by the way. That's all absolutely fine. Okay, so. That's absolutely A-okay. What we probably want is one of you guys to become an automated cable producer. So we got one set of wire and one set of cables. That'd be lovely. Okay, so right now we're broadly creating all materials at roughly the same rate. So... okay, what do we actually need here? We need cables. We need cables in a flipping hurry, as it turns out. And we also need lots of iron plates. Alright, I've got some iron plates, but I could do with more. So, okay, I don't actually need metal rods right now. So, you, my friend, we're just going to be grabbing this, then we're going to be changing you over to iron plate production. So you are now producing, yes, we've now got double iron plate production. Probably best we keep producing, yes, some screws. We're going to be needing screws sooner or later. That's all absolutely fine. I really should get on with building some, yes, storage things at the end. Because we're always going to be needing flipping iron plates. And they produce pretty bloody fast. So, okay, just to get you down over there. Yes, that's all absolutely fine. One storage on the end of here. Then I could just, like, tear it apart when I'm done if I need to actually have those going somewhere. But that's all A-okay. Everything's under control. If anything, the problem right now is, yeah, there's a massive surplus of ingots that aren't going anywhere. So I'm just going to grab myself some of them, and I'm just going to manually convert... yeah, I'm just going to grab a load of that. I'm going to convert them manually into iron plates myself, just to speed this up. And actually, cables are ludicrously fast to make, so I can just do that one too. Okay, barely any time at all, because yes, my production line is working pretty well. Shove that in, push the button. Congratulations, I've now got stuff.
More complex assembly of parts can now be automated. Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note, project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
Okay, so I've now got myself an assembler. Gonna be needing reinforced plates. I can make them, that's absolutely fine. Together with rotors, that's just, yeah, giant piles of screws and pipes. And that means you, my friend, glad we remembered about you. Yeah, grab this and then we'll be putting you back over to iron rod. So hang on, was that a new thing I just saw? Copper sheets. Okay. So we can now create copper sheets. Right, that's presumably going to be useful for something. Okay, we're going to be needing tons of screws. That's absolutely fine. We're going to be needing some lovely, lovely pipes. I've already grabbed most of that. That's all A-okay. Right, everything's going to be A-okay. That's a power thing, not the thing I actually wanted. Okay, wires are being made nice and fast. That's good stuff. Okay, reinforced iron plates are no problem at all right now. I should probably start automating them, but they're not showing up commonly enough for me to actually think about that just this second anyway. Then I just need some rotors down at the bottom. That is, again, that's screw heavy, but screws are not a problem. My screw line is very good. Okay, assembler friend. It's time for us to have a look, see at what you're doing. So yes, we've got ourselves 2 in to 1 out. But we need to figure out what's going on with you. So, reinforced iron plate. Okay, so that's how you automate that business. But, smart plating. Need to have... Oh, bloody hell. Right. Reinforced iron plates need to be fed in together with rotors. So, in other words, I'm going to be needing, 3 of these bastards. Because you're the only guys that can make that anyway. So, screws and iron plates is fine. And then rotors is screws and... Okay, this isn't the worst thing in the world. I see how this roughly needs to fit together. And because of my triple line of plates, screws and whatevers, this can work actually, yes. Okay, step 1. Do I have enough materials to do the initial layout here? So, yeah. Rotors, cable and reinforced. We are okay. So, we know where these are going to go. We're going to put them over here. So, yeah, there can be plenty of empty space over here. Leave plenty of empty space just in case we need to rewire anything down the line. So, okay. Assembler number 1 is going to go roundabout over here-ish. There we go. That can be 1. And the next one can go next to it with a bit of space between the 2. As I say, just in case we want to do any, rejigging down the line. And now we need to make sure we understand what they're actually, doing precisely. So, you want to be producing rotors. Hang on, just to make sure I'm absolutely sure about this. Yes, rotors and reinforced iron. So, you want to be rotor because you're on the right. And then you on the left want to be doing reinforced plates. Okay, so, yeah. The thing that we've got here is so many screws. There are so many screws being produced. That's going to be interesting because the screws need to be split. The screws need to be split. There needs to be 1 set of screws there, 1 set of screws there. And then we need to be adding, that's metal. Metal and screw, right? Yes, iron and screw. So, okay. Okay. Some of this is nice and simple, which is you produce some beautiful basic iron whatever. So that goes over there. That's all absolutely fine. And then we have got ourselves, the pipes. That can go over to here. That's all nice and fine too. So just put that over there. That pops into existence too. That's all fine too. Now, the tricky bit's gonna be the other bits. We gotta have ourselves a split by the looks of it because, okay, hopefully this isn't too complicated because I can just use a conveyor pole to make the thing like go over the top, right? All I need to do is, oh, hang on, what do I need for a conveyor pole again? Oh, concrete. That's fine. Apparently I'm just out of concrete. Just need to go grab myself some concrete. That's fine. We got that in production over here. Okay, move 1 splitter a bit more in this sort of a direction. Okay. Then all we do is we bring you to here. We bring you to here. We put ourselves 1 thing that's gonna get us over the top to about there. Hopefully that's not too steep. Nope, that's all absolutely fine. Then we just bring you over towards this sort of a direction. Alright, right to there, round the corner to here, and now we should have the screws coming in to produce all of that. And you know what? Screws are being produced so quickly, I'm going to create my first spur here that I think is actually probably a really good idea. So, organisation, we're going to have a storage off in this direction. So this here, this is going to be my spare screw storage. So we're just going to have a handful of... Why are you not going onto... Why are you not going on to... No, it's because you're backwards. Admittedly, now I know that storage isn't just a dead end, it's got an in and an out. Yeah, I should have definitely just been building way more storages this entire time. So that's a thing I've now learned. So that just goes into there. Now we have got basically, yeah, an overflow of screws. So all spare screws start just being diverted. And presumably, in the event of any spare screws, i.e. all of this is just frozen. Okay, now this is looking good. Next, we just need to power the whole lot of it. Now, presumably you've got yourself, yeah, you've got yourself spare over here. Just bring ourselves one power line to this sort of a location. Then we're just going to power you. We're going to power you. And then we're going to bring you forward, ready for the next along as well. Now, how's the power situation doing, by the way? Is this all set up correctly? Yes, we're now building that, but it's very, very... Okay, so the power situation was, yeah, possibly worse than I was expecting. Hang on. Actually, no. The problem is we went over power capacity. Okay, so I need myself another bioreactor. Gotcha. Okay, capacity goes up with a new generator right there. Okay, we should be good for some time. And that should mean the new stuff is now underway. Okay, with all of that in play, I just need one more assembler. So, yeah, just need... Okay, to make an assembler, I actually need precisely the same stuff I'm already making over there, which is bloody convenient. So, okay, life is working out really flipping nicely for me. And when I say really flipping nicely... Okay, this is a bit on the slow side. To be honest, the rotors are... Hang on. What's the problem here? What's the problem? Why are you not making the thing I'm telling you to make? It's just taking a while to load the screws. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I should probably look at other tech stuff, because I'm pretty sure I saw, yeah, what was it? Conveyor belt Mark II. Now that sounds useful and important to me. Oh yeah, now that's the flipping stuff right there, and that's all basic stuff. Ooh, when I say that's basic stuff, that's 50 reinforced plates. That's not nothing. Okay, I'll admit, I'm actually thinking my spur's a really bad idea, because my spur appears to just be eating huge amounts of screws that we really don't need to be storing. To be honest, like... Yeah, actually, hang on. Can I engineer this to, like, send only, like, every 10th one over here or something? No, apparently you can't, like... Oh, hang on. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. No, I think that was just looking at screws there, actually. But yeah, we could definitely do with more screws being delivered over here. The screws are being delivered a bit on the slow side, to be honest. So, okay, I'm going to get rid of this, but leave that there because we could reactivate that any time I wanted to. Okay, so now we're just going to increase the volume of screws being shipped over, and that's a good thing. And once more, a fair bit further forward, though we're sort of running out of space on this particular grassy plain. Yeah, just leave a bit of space and then bring these guys forward a bit. But this is it. This is what we've been working towards for some flipping time. This is the big one right here. Now we can make flipping smart plating. Right, power her up, but this is going to be... slow. This is going to be very slow because how many resources do you need? You only need... actually, you only need one by the looksy of it. So one of each means... what's the limiting factor here? How fast are you guys producing stuff? So you're producing 5 parts per minute. You're producing 4 parts per minute. So yeah, we could speed this up significantly. But with only one rotor actually being needed, and the production time is only 2 parts per minute. Actually, I think that's not so bad. Because, yeah, the rotor's arrived. Then we're waiting for the next rotor. But yeah, the limiting factor isn't how fast those can be produced, it's how fast we can get screws into it. Because, okay, so now we've got too many pipes and too many of these things, and not enough screws. Which makes me think that what we probably ought to do is increase screw production. Because screws are starting to become, like, important, and that's definitely the... Okay, Okay. I've got a plan here. I've got a plan. We're going to set up a new secondary screw production facility right over here as soon as I find a way to make that work. So that's going to be, yeah, right there. That's beautiful. So just set that up immediately. And we're just going to get rid of this here thing right over there. That's all absolutely fine. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to set up a merger. We're going to set up a merger right here to make all of this fit together. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, so I've made some modest changes here, which is, this is the classic 3-part solution here. Iron plates, then the rods, then also rods. However, due to these screw problems and the excessive rods on the mid-rods table, I've created a splitter here that takes half the rods and puts them into screw production facility number 2 over on this side. Then we had to slightly bend it round to make it merge back together, and that created a giant pile of screws that were then immediately after being re-merged, split again so that they could actually go over to... I literally just filled up the actual power tank, so I don't know what's going on, but possibly we just need more stuff. But okay, basically, yes, at this point, we've definitely got plenty of screws coming in over there. So, just out of interest, have we made a single one of these things over here? Okay, we've made 2 of them. 2 down, 48 to go. So, okay, possibly we just need yet another bloody reactor. Yeah, we're literally just at capacity, unfortunately. Right, time to sort that out. Okay, we've just got the capacity here. Just got the capacity. And then the power immediately started falling again. I don't know why the power immediately started falling again. To be honest, the grid is being an odd thing. I'm guessing if a machine isn't doing anything, because it's at full capacity, or whatever, it draws less power. So, okay. Now we have got screws up the wazoo. This situation should be much more efficient. So yeah, by the time the reinforced plate is done, we're almost ready to begin the next one. Good. And over here with... oh, we've still got screw problems over here. Okay, well, I might be able to help with that. You know what? I'm just going to give you all the screws in the world. There we go. I'm going to help you out by just basically dumping a giant pile of screws. Because screws is clearly the limiting factor here. So that should help the rotors being produced a bit more on the fast side. Then over here we have got ourselves... okay, so there's a smart plating currently in production. And there's so many reinforced iron plates. That bit's the easy bit. And meanwhile over here, this rotor's almost ready to go. So there's now a rotor coming in that direction. And... oh, we already had a rotor. Okay, so we are now delivering parts into this machine. Yeah, fast enough that it doesn't actually matter. That machine is now basically working at capacity. So, that's good. That's really, really good flipping news right over there. Okay, while that's happening, that means I can turn my attention to, all the rest of this flipping... oh, blimey. Okay, hang on. There's problems with... why are we being so slow producing pipes? Maybe we're not. Maybe that's just normal pipe production speed. I'm not sure, especially when they're being divided. Okay, I'm just going to grab some pipes right here. You don't need all of these. You probably don't need all of these. Right, we need to sort out the situation with Logistics Mark II. Because if I can speed up all these conveyor belts, that's basically just free efficiency. Okay, now this is definitely interesting, which is, this smart plating here... we've got 13 already produced, but we've got, 10 rotors and 10 reinforced iron plates just sort of sitting there. So that would suggest that, we could actually pretty much double the production. Because there's more coming in right now. Okay, this is of interest. I tell you what, I could do with some of those iron plates. To be perfectly honest, that's coming in right now, and we've already got more coming in. Okay, so what we really need is a second one of these. I'll admit, the original simple design has slightly gotten away from me. Now we have got the spur to provide bonus screws that rejoin, then split into the rotor and reinforced plate production. And then both of them have to be split. So yeah, there's a bit of over and under. So basically, yes, all of the rotors and all of the reinforced plate, they both get split in order to go into these two assemblers that also don't quite face the same direction. There were some slight issues with orientation and placement. But that's now producing 9. And that's producing 2. But, yeah, I can't make these by hand. It's got to be done automatically. Because, like, you know, it's complicated. It's too complicated for a scrub like me. Now, I will notice we appear to have way too flipping many metal plates coming in. In particular... that's producing, yeah, reinforced plates. So we're just sort of... we're swimming in resources for that. Then again, the problem is... yeah, the problem is metal plates are arriving like crazy. The screws take some time to arrive. Now, the screws are arriving fast enough, but we're simply, we've got way too many metal plates arriving. If I could have more screws, then in theory, and I could have more screws, because I've got this massive screw line right here, I could have probably a second, if I was to actually, a second reinforced plate factory, like right here by the side of this one. That'd probably not be a terrible idea, because then I'd have spare plates that I'm pretty sure I need for, I need those for logistics too. So, yeah, these things, not a problem, alright? We're swimming in all of this nonsense, and there's going to be plenty of iron ingots I can just hammer into stuff myself. So that's not an issue. So, having a secondary split, but then again, that would mean I'd have to split all of this, and I've already split this once, but if I split it here, that means this is going to be receiving half the screws, and it's barely receiving enough screws as it is. Okay, don't worry about that. That's all absolutely fine. Right now, we do not have enough reinforced iron plates. What I should do for reinforced iron plates, the ones that I need, because those are easy to put together, I'm just going to make them by hand, because I need to kill some time while I'm waiting for the smart materials to show up anyway. Okay, few minutes later, we might be in good... oh, that's 39. 39, how many's in the other one? We're getting close here. Oh, up to 45. Just a few more. Just a few more, and I've collected a few extra bonus resources too, to help out with the other nonsense, so we should be in good shape. If anything, I need to up production. Like, materials are starting to get a bit, sparse. So I might need to double the amount of base iron production by actually getting a miner down over here, setting up a parallel line of some description. Okay, exciting adventure number 1. We should have what we need to, wrap up this. Off you go, Mr. Spaceship. Boom. Logistics 2. Spectacular. Which is great aside from the problem it actually needs reinforced metal plates. Okay, so we're definitely going to need a new spur line basically just to create them. Because, we need way more of them than what we're producing right now. But way more importantly over here... oh, that's it. That's 50. That's 50 smart materials. Okay, space elevator. Here you flipping go. After teasing me once, this is it. This is what you get. There's the material. Seal the material into the space elevator. And send it. Boom. So now it's going to go off into, like, I don't know, space, presumably. I'm not 100% clear on what this thing is or what it does. But, like, it's going into space, I suppose. Fair enough, really. And now it wants smart plating, versatile frameworks, and automated wiring, because it is a fussy space elevator pleb. But screw that nonsense, because yes, we know what we've been after this whole time. Actually automated power, so we don't have to keep running around bloody looking for more power. And it's about to run out again, actually. Okay, here we go. This is the big thing. This is the big thing right here. We have got Coal power! Yes, that's the thing. Beautiful. So we just need giant piles of, obviously it's reinforced, bloody iron plate. Rotors though, we can just actually have, yeah, rotors, that's okay. And cable is no problem at all. Okay, well I know what we need to do here. We don't need smart material things anymore. We'll keep it at the end in case we need them in future. But for the time being, we can just straight up say, no actually, you guys can just be turned off. So we'll just be having that off all of you. They'll be also having those reinforced plates, because we don't need them for anything right now. Okay, reinforced plates will take care of themselves. We've already got the wire we need right there. That's not a problem at all. Although I have just noticed that, yes, coal generation is going to actually involve water as well. So I need a water source for that. I'm going to be honest, I don't actually have, I don't have a water source. I don't know where water is in this map. Okay, I feel like possibly I'm missing a trick here. Alright, I'm missing a very big trick because I have decided to just sort of, you know, skip the very important stuff earlier on in the world. Like, say, the ability to, yes, cut down trees or use solid biofuel. Things that seem, you know, fairly bloody useful. We should probably just do that because that we can just basically do immediately. Yep, mere seconds later, let's just get the ship launched for that. Here we go, a chainsaw. Now this seems like a good idea, yes. Okay, so, out of interest, how does this thing actually work? Well, it's flashing at me right now. It's making a big flashy noise and I can't help but notice it. Okay, why is it making a big flashy noise? Ah, it itself needs biofuel to work. Okay, not what I was expecting there. Okay, so convert the remaining biomass into solid biofuel, which powers the chainsaw. Though I'll admit, I find it odd that, like, I'm using the chainsaw to, you know, create fuel, but it also needs fuel to work. So we're just gonna chop that down and... Okay, I'm not gonna deny that was a lot of wood that just popped into existence. So we're just gonna be chopping down trees like nobody's business. Hopefully, like the bushes, these will just sort of... regrow over time. So I'm using one solid biofuel per swing by the looks of it, give or take. Now what about the big trees? Can we take down the big lads? Oh yeah we can. Okay, so deforest the entire planet, got it. Oh, hello sexy, you're nice and large, you're lovely and large, so we'll just be taking you down. Oh, 54 wood. Okay, now this is flipping efficient. Oh yeah, now we're making flipping biomass nice and flipping fast here. So yeah, we've got ridiculous, downright stupid amounts of biomass at this point. Good, more than we've ever had before. And we can convert that nice and easy into a beautiful, solid biofuel. Takes a bit of time, unfortunately, but what can you do? I'm guessing you could actually shove this into one of the converters, because I swear I've seen these show up in converters before. But because there's no way to automatically load them, kind of feels like there would be no point. Okay, it's not perfect, and it's not exactly, you know, an automated coal system, but I am pretty happy with what I've done here. This here is a good model for how you ought to do things. So this is my, fuel construction line. Over here at the very beginning of it, we've got ourselves a storage container. If I happen to collect any wood while I'm out and about, I can just dump the wood directly in here. No matter how many stacks of it I've got, it can just all go in there. The wood is then immediately called up over towards here, where it is converted into biomass wood. In the event I have any biomass on me, I can just dump it straight into here, because this conveyor belt's got a storage container right in the middle of it. So, yeah, right now, huge amounts of biomass are just there. That's being moved automatically around over to here, where it forms into some beautiful, beautiful solid biofuel. And then, more importantly, that biofuel is shuffled over here, so it's never going to get, like, you know, completely full up or anything. Well, okay, theoretically it might do, but, like, it's going to take bloody ages. And that means I can start just shoving huge amounts of biofuel, solid biofuel, into every single one of these beautiful, beautiful biomass things. And look at that. Alright, there's 21 in there. It's going to take 22.5 seconds to burn. Right now, the energy consumption is relatively low. So yeah, now I can just sort of leave that be, because the amount of flipping biofuel just kind of hanging around in here is huge. And it's just going to make itself. So now, I just need to occasionally go out with the chainsaw, which I can fuel with the fuel that's being automatically generated, which is absolutely flipping spectacular. And as a result of that, yeah, now fuel is going to be a much smaller problem. So it's not 100% automated, but it's still pretty darn good. And more importantly, while I've been doing that, huge amounts of reinforced plates have been generated. Spectacular. But still nowhere near enough for coal power. So, yeah, clearly reinforced is going to be the issue. And on top of that, I need that for conveyor belts Mark II, which I haven't built a single one of yet. If I was just to build that, yeah, that would solve part of this problem. Part of the issue is, right now, the conveyor belts are not doing spectacularly well. Things are a bit inefficient at the beginning. Speed this up, we might be able to help solve that a little bit. Actually, hang on, does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but okay. Clearly, the next move actually is to get a second iron line set up and have that iron line dedicated overwhelmingly to solving the reinforced iron situation, because we've got barely enough to actually keep going over there. That's not enough. But okay, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think you get the point. This game is wonderful, but it's also a terrifying, horrible trap. Which is, it will eat your life, it will eat your time, it will destroy you. Because I've been playing this very happily for like 6 hours or something. I didn't mean to do that, it just sort of happened. And I've barely scratched the flipping surface. There's a lot flipping here, there's a lot of really damn good stuff. So, okay, like Factorio before it, this can make a really fun live stream. So, keep your eye out for that. Might well be seeing a bit more of this to come as we try and resolve, the various problems. I'm pretty happy with this as a starting point. I think I've made a good, strong start here. But, yeah, there's a lot flipping more to do. Hopefully, you're looking forward to joining me on that next adventure. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Satisfactory. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've created a small problem in my road system, which is, it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.